but I'll tell you one thing. We've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. And his first pass falls incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. And now they face 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Throw on 3rd down. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Working quickly here. Here's the snap on 4th. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. They'll try and throw it here into the hands of Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They go play action here. He puts some juice on it deep. It's complete. Oh, my. They left it wide open downfield. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Giants take over as they intercept it for the third time in just our opening quarter.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And defenders are there to get him at the line. DJ Reed brings him down that time. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
On second down, here's Barkley. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Up to the races, middle of the field. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A quick second score for him, Brock, already, and we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Giants take over as they intercept it for the 3rd time in just our opening quarter. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. They go to Barkley again. He's contained at the line for no gain. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Looks like no gain on... That leads us to 3rd and 6.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a throw. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tackler.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. The Giants grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants lead by 15 now. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And now it's 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Handoff, headed left, Pierce. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 4 yards, narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. They're going for this. And they pick him off again. And the Giants have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Try to build on that big stop.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone, instead stuffed at the 2.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.